Hello and welcome to Healthy Kitchen 101. I'm Matthew and today we have the Anova Precision Vacuum Sealer Pro in our lab. This vacuum sealer is great for anyone who is ever in the mood to cook sous vide or you want to store your food by vacuum packing it and extending its shelf life. To the side of the box, you will see all of its great features. First, there is a non-stop sealing power, which you can seal 100 consecutive bags without stopping for it to cool down. There are a pair of dual sealing bars that's going to create a tougher seam on your plastic bag and improves its durability. Next, there is a all-in-one storage bag slicer. It's an integrated cutter that you can use to shear out your plastic bag roll. The vacuum sealer is marinade friendly. You can use it to vacuum pack moist food as well as liquid without running into any kind of problem. Then there are accessories in this box for you to use it with jars, bottles, and plastic boxes. And last but not least, the design is one touch and it's one hand friendly. Okay, now I'm going to unbox the vacuum sealer from its packaging. It comes in a cardboard box. Very good presentation. The vacuum sealer is packed in a plastic bag, and inside, beside the foam padding, you have a user manual that has the form of a leaflet. And here is the accessories. Is a plastic air hose that you can plug into an air port inside the vacuum sealer, and you can use this to vacuum pack plastic boxes or jars and bottles with a compatible port. Here's all the content. And at the bottom, there is already the power cord inside, so there is no detachable power cord, and it doesn't come separate. Now let's take the sealer out of the bag. As you can see from the top, which is made from plastic, there is a control panel, each of which has a button for you that denotes all of its functions and all of its modes. There is a port here for you to plug in your accessory. And you can plug the other end into a compatible plastic box or a jar. Inside, there is the heating bar, which has two heating channels to create a double seam on your plastic bag. And here is a vacuum channel with the air port that is surrounded by a foam seal to make an airtight seal. And this is the integrated cutter and complementary roll of plastic bag. Let's take the seal off on this cutter. Just put one end of the plastic roll in here and you can run the cutter across. And there is a small blade in here that's going to cut the roll right where you want it. So now let's try and run a full test from top to bottom. First, let's open the sealer, and I'm going to section out one end of the bag here. Because it's open, I'm going to seal it first before cutting it. I'm gonna close it down. And once the locks are in place, one of the buttons are going to light up. I'm going to use the seal mode here. Once the sealing is completed, the button will blink out. And here you can see the double seam on the plastic bag. It's a huge improvement over some of the other models that we've tested in the lab, which only have a single seal. This is going to be a lot more durable. I'm going to section out around that much the bag and use the cutter, take it out. And I have a closed food bag that I can use to pack up around 500 grams of rice grain here. So I'm just gonna fill in, fit it into the bag. Like so. And place the open end of the bag into the vacuum channel. Close it down, lock the lid, and I'm going to use the dry mode for the rice grain. And I'm going to press vacuum seal. It's going to seal the bag all on its own once all the air has been sectioned out. And as you can see, the rice grain are packed tight. There's no air at all inside this bag. It's done a really good job. So our overall impression of the vacuum sealer is that it is a very well-built machine. Since it's made almost entirely from plastic, it's really lightweight. And this, I've got to say, this is one of the most feature-rich vacuum sealer that I've ever tested. I really like the handle here, which unlike other models that you need to press down on, you can actually use this with just one hand only. The heating bar has two separate heating channels that give the vacuum bag a really strong bottom seam. And when you're vacuum sealing the bag, like so, it only uses a single line across. So there is some really smart design that went into this sealer. And of course, I've got to say that the built-in cutter as well as the plastic bag holder here are really well designed. They make the sealer super convenient to use. The only thing that I have to complain about this sealer at the moment is that it is a little bit too noisy. The sealer works fast, but for the noise, I think that it can be improved a bit further. But other than that, this is a really good vacuum sealer that is well worth the money. We're going to have a detailed review of this sealer up on our channel in a couple of weeks. We're going to delve into the detailed design as well as having more detailed performance tests for this sealer. I'm Matthew from Healthy Kitchen 101. See you next time.